get y'all on my computer. Why does it say waiting? There we are. Okay. Oh. And I need to. There we go. All right. So if you are here, say hello. Trying to move that just a hair. Ah, perfect. All right. We are going to do some fun things tonight. All right, trying to get my screen correctamundo. Okay. We're going to make a journal. And I am being super brave. Super brave in doing this on live because, you know, all the mistakes that can happen. Yes. So, anywho, let me move that. Isn't this the most gorgeous material? Absolutely stunning. The problem is like the way that because this is the piece that I have. So front and back where I want the material to go. But anywho, okay. So, hi Allie. What time is it? It is 7 o'clock on the dot. So I'm gonna give a few minutes. In the meantime, we're gonna make a journal cover. And this is gonna be a little journal for my Christmas cards from last year because, well, you know. What is life if you're not behind, right? Better late than never. All of those platitudes. So, yep, that's what we're going to do. So I'm just trying to get my stuff together. I'm going to go ahead and pour my Mod Podge into this little cup because I don't need this ginormous gallon of it on my desk. So I can do that while we're waiting. How you doing, Allie? Okay. Let me get a wipe ready to wipe my mess because that is inevitable. I wonder if Mod Podge goes bad. I mean, I'm not worried about this being bad. I'm just saying in general. I wonder if it goes bad. I'm sure it does, like with anything, right? I mean, not have Mod Podge on my nails. Okay. Please, for the love of all things holy, do not let me knock that over. I think that's one of my greatest fears is that, right? Okay, it says 2 are watching. Who? Maybe it's me that it's counting as 2 because I am watching it on my computer so I can see the chit chat. All right, so I have my Mod Podge. I have my brush. And I think that's all I need for the momento. Where is all my friends? It is 7:02. Why isn't everyone just waiting on bated breath? Anywho, all right, so I have this little cheater tool that I use. It's just from We Are Memory Keepers, and it's like the bookbinding, and it does everything. So it helps me measure my material, how much I need. It helps me cut my material. It helps me remember I can't pick stuff up. No, but seriously. And also, it is like the perfect thing for this, right? Now, we discovered last week that I am in love with this medical tape, and that is what I'm going to do. Hi, Krista. So I am going to take my cover and my spine, and that is what I am doing right now is, let me do you this way. So, and I will go over in just a second what I used for my cover and my spine. I personally, I'm not opposed to like food boxes, because I have a whole bunch of them. But I will say, if I were to use a food box, I always, always, always double it up. Always. Because I personally don't like how flimsy they are. So I always double up my food boxes. Unless I'm using chipboard, which is like heavy duty board, I always double it up. And what I used for these is no exception. I'm just gonna fold this over and I will do the back in just a moment. So for those who know me, know I have a gazillion 12 by 12 paper pads. And what I use for the cover and the spine is, because I save them, I take my pads apart and put them in various different orders, whatever makes sense to my brain. But I always keep the front, I don't think that's what that is. But I always keep the fronts and the backs of them, but I still feel like that's kind of flimsy, so I double them up. And I'll give you the measurements of this particular book. Now this book is a little smaller than most because I'm only doing it for the Christmas card. So I use the Christmas card to measure what I needed. And I will give you the measurements momentarily. Okay, there's more people here. Yeah, I love using the medical tape. It is, I will never go back to anything else. Well, I say never, but I don't think so. Hi, Ro. Hi, Lori. Okay, so right now I'm just putting together a cover. So this is what I'm doing, the cover and the spine. So the front, the back, and the spine. And I'm using medical tape. And I do have my little cheat sheet here because, well, because I can. Okay, it doesn't matter why. I want to, and therefore I do. It just helps me because I can't eyeball anything to save my life. Like if that was like a prerequisite to surviving any kind of apocalypse, I would just die. If I had to do anything in a straight line, I would just take one for the team and yeah, because I can't. So this definitely helps. It is, what is it specifically called? We Are Memory Keeper Book Cover Guide. Okay, so that's what this is. It's just one tool, and it shows you everything that it can do to help you out. It even has like mark your spot for an elastic closure on the inside. It's great. So that's what this is. And it is great for just having the perfect measurements of your things. Okay, now I told y'all that I would tell you what the measurements are for this particular thing, but I based the measurements off of the biggest Christmas card. Okay, so that is what I based my cover measurements off of. Anytime you're doing a journal, unless you're doing 8.5 by 11 folded in half, right? That's your standard quote unquote journal. If you're doing a journal of any other size, you need to use whatever the biggest item as your guide, right? Because I picked the biggest Christmas card, even though, I mean, I had smaller Christmas cards, but I didn't want to use this as my guide, obviously. So, so for this particular one, it is 6 by 8.25. So 6 by 8.25. The spine is 1.5 inch spine. I was comfortable with that. Yeah, I did 1.5 inch spine. 2 is too big, and I felt like 1 inch was too small. Because I figured with the amount of cards and the little extra stuff that I have, it is going to be 2 signatures. So I planned accordingly. Again, this is just that medical tape that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I know you're supposed to be able to tear it. Yeah, there we go. And I was able to sometimes and sometimes not. It just wants to be like finicky, fickle, whatever you want to call it. Like, I know you have to get it started, right? There we go. All right, so I'm just taping the spine. And then, of course, I want to take, do I even have one tool on my desk like it's supposed to be? Do I even know where any of my tools are? No. You would think that I would have some kind of foresight as to, hey, you're about to do a video. Why don't you clean your desk and put your items back where they belong? No. Honestly, because I have been mega busy. Makes me sound all important. Uber busy. Trying to get all kinds of stuff done. Patreon packages going out and advent boxes getting finished and all of that kind of stuff. So I have been ever so slightly doing the things. Okay, so this is the material. Oh my gosh, I missed some recap. Okay, so I am making a journal cover. Okay. Lorie. So I'm making a journal cover. The theme is Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to use this. What I use for my cover is, if you use a food box, I do the same thing. For this particular cover, I am using the front and back of a paper pad, because I always save these. I take my paper pads apart and I organize them in such a manner, and then I save these, but I always double these up. Like, to me, this is still too flimsy, so I always cut 2 squares, glue it together. Unless I'm working with chipboard, which is much thicker, or an actual book cover itself, whatever I'm using, I always double up. So this is, and you can see maybe, because again, I can't do anything straight. It's 2 pieces that are glued together. And this little tool is the We Are Memory Keepers, and this is what I'm using to make sure my spine and my cover are, because some people will take a food box and open it up, cut it to the exact same thing, and then create the spine within the food box. I will do that, but I also like doing it this way. Okay, as God is my witness, y'all, I'm talking a lot and I'm super thirsty. Don't think for a half a second I didn't almost reach over and grab this thing of Mod Podge and take a drink. Like, please. Please, Lord Jesus, let me get through this live without making a complete, utter idiot of myself. Okay, I have water. Oh, goodness. The tape is the medical grade. It's like that, and it's not paper tape. It's that elastic tape. It's the one that would rip your skin clean off if you used it. Right? So that's what that tape is. Okay. Yes. I got this at Dollar Tree. I'm sure you can get it anywhere. Like, I know you can. Just go to the first aid section. And you can get it. It's that one that's kind of stringy, right? Like, if you start it, well, it kind of tears. I'm not going to spend an enormous amount of time. Okay, I am making a book. It is Christmas theme. But what I'm going to add to the inside, because I'm going to slow down, because I've had a long conversations with my friend Lorie over there about how fast I talk. And how much I just need to, like, slow down and take a breath in between speaking. 1, so I don't pass clean out. And 2, just take it down a notch. Okay, that's not a race. All right, so what prompted this whole thing is, as I was going through all of my Christmas stuff, I found a bunch of cards from last year. And I was like, dang, I really need to do something with all these pretty and beautiful cards. what can I do that would be an easy way to keep the memories, like who said, because a lot of times people do like their family photos, stuff like that. And I'm thought, you know, I can put them in a book. I can create a junk journal, add the cards, add a few extra items so I can journal if I want to, or don't have to, whatever. So there's a lot of options. But that is what prompted tonight's live. So at first I was gonna do a soft cover, and I was like, no, let's just get whatever the word is I'm looking for, it's gone. Creative, bold, brave, and let's do a real cover. So this is the material that I have to work with. Absolutely beautiful. It reminds me so much of Mom. She loved the Cardinals. She has a snow globe that we would bring out every Christmas. It had a cardinal and some stuff in it. But it cracked and all the stuff leaked out of it. So I just have it up there on my shelf. It doesn't have any water in it anymore, but it still has the cardinal, and so I'm keeping it. Anyway, so this is the material that I am going to use. Now, it has to go this way, obviously. And that means that I really need to look at the placement of the front. There's not a whole lot I can do about the back, but this is going to be the front. So I really need to make sure that that bird is as centered as I can possibly get it with my naked eye. And I think that's gonna be good right there. Okay, so one of the reasons I like doing it this way too is I can lift this up, see, you know what I'm saying, play with it. I have this thing with being able to see what I'm doing, and that is helpful. So I believe that, now let me fold this over and hold it. So if I do that, then that is what I can bring. No, I don't want to bring it down more. No. If I bring it up, see, this is what takes the longest for me. So bear with me. I have no doubt that there are people who are way faster. Like I said earlier, this is not a race. Okay, I would rather it take me 5 long, torturous minutes to find the perfect. See, I'm not going to be able to put it where I want it because the material is too short. So that is about where we're going to be. And I'm going to just be okay with that. All right. So, except this is not straight. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna make sure, am I on there? Yeah, I'm good. Can y'all see? Do I need to zoom in a little bit?
In those white drawers.
Oh, hi, I didn't even say hi, Becky. Hi, Becky. I am so sorry. Hi, Lisa. We are making a journal for Christmas cards. I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit. And we'll see what works, if that helps at all. Okay, maybe a little bit, yeah. Okay. I don't, this was given to me. So I don't know if it was in a swap or if it was one of those online buy, sell, trade type things. I don't remember. So it was like a little piece. Like this is all I got was this. This little piece is what I got. So that's what we're working with. Okay, I want to say that's as straight as it's going to get for me. And there, Bob's your uncle. Now I'm going to take my Mod Podge. And I poured it in this little cup because I don't want to use my mat, which is in my little bottle. I just want to use my regular Mod Podge, but that's in like a gallon jug. So I just poured it in a much more manageable. And also too, if you are working with any type of cover that has a shiny or coated, this part, this is porous. It's just like regular cardboard. There's no sheen or anything to it. If you are, my advice to you is to get sandpaper of some sort or filing, fingernail file, whatever, and rough it up. It will help things stick better. Probably making this 6 shades of crooked, but hey. Okay, put that right there. And I am just going to be okay with wherever that lands. I'm going to take this big smusher and I'm going to smush it this way first, right? Kind of smush it down. And then I am going to flip it and smush the front. Get out any crinkles and wrinkles. Here we go. Okay, and now we're gonna flip it this way and I'm gonna do the spine. Sorry guys, I know I'm not like reading y'all's comments because if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing right now, like this part, goodness knows what could happen. I have trust issues with my own self. Mm-mm. Okay, for the little thing, I found now, just right this second, it's just better with my hands. Okay, and I will worry about these folds here in a second, but we will do that. As soon as I start cutting it down, we'll do that. Okay, I kind of know what I'm doing, so I'm going to do that. Where are we at? Slide the cardboard a little to the right. So, oh well, unfortunately, I think I've already done that. Okay. Where did you find the scraper? We got them. Yeah, we did. And this was added. I can tell, like it's hot glued on there, which, you know, that's my favorite kind of glue. But as far as this scraper goes, it's probably in the paint section of any store, if that makes sense. Because I want to say it is like a putty type thing, but I couldn't swear to it. For all I know, it's an ice scraper. I don't know. Now, why we would have ice scrapers down here, I don't know that either. But I don't know who the gift was from, like if it was the retreat itself or if it was like a table mate gift, because some of the people that came were from, you know, different states where they would actually need an ice scraper. Okay. And boom. There we go. And I am going to flip it. I'm working on that crease. So this did get, okay, it would probably help if I did not have that in my mouth while I'm trying to talk. The spine, the material in this spine did get a little wonky. We're not going to care about that. Not one iota are we going to care about that, because you know what? I can fix it. Lace, any number of things can fix that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to use this handy dandy tool because I like it, is this is going to kind of tell me where I need to cut my material. Okay, but I do need a regular ruler, of which is, I had it earlier. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna move my mouse over here. Yeah, it kind of looks like a putty scraper. We did. I have one I got from Sizer Vinyl in white that looks the same. Oh, that's interesting. Hi, Sean. Sean just skipping in here and not saying hello. I mean, she probably did. I probably missed it. Okay, so this is what? This is, I'm going to go with an inch because that's okay with me. So an inch is not worth me cutting that material because I'll screw it all the heck kind of up. But this is a lot on this side, so we're just going to go with that. And my handy dandy, this, that I am going to be brave and do left-handed because I can't swirl all this around. Now, the saving grace is, it's just a piece of material, and so I don't have to like go really hard. Apparently I don't have to go straight either. Come on. There we go. Goodness, it's like the little pieces. Come on. Now this would be good for a cluster if I can even get it to separate. Now this doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna get covered up, right? So does not have to be perfect. Now this I can cut much better with my right hand. Ta-da! All right. And this right here is what is going to just cut that corner off. Did I make it too short? Well, it didn't quite cut off, so I'm just gonna use scissors. Sure I am. Okay, well, apparently these are the only pair of scissors I have up here. Don't ask why, because I don't know. All right, so I am just going to cut these off a little bit. That one, it did kind of cut. We're just gonna work with it like this. Go around, just eyeballing this. Okay. I'm trying to think, do I want to come up or I want to come in? Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. All right, so I'm going to do this section first. I'm going to come up. No, I don't like it like that. So I am going to come in. And it's a preference, right? For me it is. Some people do it different kinds of ways. Sorry, I only have 2 hands and I need something to hold this while I'm smushing it. I forgot what I was gonna say. Something popped into my head just now to say, but I had what is this? A paintbrush. I would have said toothbrush. So that would not have been helpful. And you're not gonna see any of this, so it's okay. Like, it's okay that it's wrinkly. It's okay, all the things, right? Because you're not gonna see this. This is gonna get covered up. What is the deal with you? Just behave, can you? All right. And now let me... I know, I probably do this so complicated, but it's what makes sense to my brain. And if you have known me any length of time, you know it's got to make sense to the old knocker up here, or I'm going to be all kinds of confused. And that's not going to help anybody. Because I am generally in a state of confusion anyway. Stay. Well, I guess it would stay if I actually had glue there. There we go. And it doesn't take a lot of this Mod Podge to stick it down. And now that the covers are done, I can look and see comments. I bet it's, okay, I've already read that. I need that metal book thing. It is helpful if I were to cut and measure properly. Steph, is there an advantage using Mod Podge with fabric? It doesn't smell as bad as Fabri-Tac, but I also like that it doesn't leave marks in my fabric. Like, I don't own Fabri-Tac. I just don't. I don't like it. It stinks. It leaks everywhere. It is, oh no, I don't. So I use Mod Podge. It works. All of my covers, all of my everything I've done has always been Mod Podge as far as like this big stuff goes. Attaching lace and stuff like that. The glue gun, the hot glue works perfect for me. So I tried Fabri-Tac one time and I did not like it at all. So, and then when I went, I was like, you know what, let me give it another try. And I went to use it and it would just bubbled all out of the lid. It is awful. It is just awful stuff. In my opinion, I haven't had any good luck with it, so I don't use it. Mod Podge is cheap, and in my opinion, it gets the job done just as well as Fabri-Tac does. Let's see how big of a mess I can make with Mod Podge. Yeah, when I say I don't own Fabri-Tac, I seriously don't own Fabri-Tac. So everything I do in all of my journals is without the use of Fabri-Tac. I really should trim this up better because this excess is going to be kind of bulky. But you know what? It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. If you come to my channel for perfection, It was nice knowing you. Like, that is not what I'm about. We're just trying to put a little bit of glue to get this kind of smushed down. Okay, so that is that. I am going to use this for the next part of... Let me just get this all dried on my hands. I'm going to scooch this up a bit because what I'm going to do next is the inside panels for right here. And that's what's going to cover up a lot of the crazy. So we're going to work on the inside panels. And I pulled a book that I thought would match some of the things. And if not, if we don't find what we love in here, I have plenty of other books. Okay, so no, and it doesn't have to like, it can be a lot more on the dull side, conservative side, or whatever. So this isn't bad. I just don't think it matches. Now this I kind of actually like to go inside the panels. So that is a contender. And how we're going to remember that? We're going to put a Christmas card. There we go. That's a contender. No, because it has like the copper dots. You may or may not be able to tell. The polka dots aren't bad. That's a contender. No. No. That is absolutely not my style. No. No, I don't think plaid is going to do it. No. No. Oh, look, it's like sweaters. It's like the sweater material. Can y'all tell? Can y'all see that? Oh my gosh, Amber, is it? Ooh, girlfriend, thank you. Okay, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. There. That way I don't have to worry about it again. Thank you, Amber. Okay, because this would not be the first live that I was on where I sewed stuff in backwards and upside down. Okay, so there is this one. No. Now there's the green. The green sweater, maybe. We'll go with that as a contender. Nope. What about the wood? I think it's too big. Like if it was skinnier slats maybe, but I think this is just too wide of a slat. No, no. This is some really pretty Christmas paper. No. No, those are great journal cards. It's the Coca-Cola Santa. No. No, it's too busy, I think. And I don't want to do plaid. Okay, so let's see what our contenders in this book are. The sweater green. Not a Fabri-Tac fan either, but Mod Podge never quite dries here in the subtropics. Oh. Huh. So, where are you again, Sean? Are you in Florida? And my mind is saying Florida, but I can't swear to it. Don't forget it. Make sure she knows. Green is always a good call. I'm liking the polka dots. Okay, so we have the green sweater. We have the red and white polka dots. And what was the last one? Oh, those stripes. Okay, so those are the three contenders. The stripes... I'm just going to kind of put it like this. So we have the stripes. And honestly, I don't know that I'm liking the stripes now. We have the red and white polka dots. I actually kind of do like that. Or we have the green sweater material. I think I'm liking the solid green. So it still has a texture to it. Okay, wait, people are saying green or polka dots. Polka dots, polka dots. Okay, polka dots it is. Good gravy. Polka dots it is. I'm good with it. Okay, polka dots. Polka dots. And go. All right, so I am going to do one, I'm not going to do panel, panel, panel. I'm just going to do one big panel to go across. So I know the width is good because I can tell from here to here, and I want it to cover everything up. So now I just have to worry about the height of what it is going to be. And I'm going to bring that down a hair. Yeah, I'm eyeballing this for the most part. So that is 1/2 inch from, and then 1/2 inch from the bottom. So what is this all together? It is 8 1/4. Oh, that's too much math. I'm just gonna mark it. I'm not even trying to do math. I was helping my granddaughter with her math homework and got all kinds of confused on right angles. That was Ro's fault though. Throwing you under the bus, Ro. Okay, so I am just going to trim that. And that is gonna lay in there just like so. Now I'm doing this just so I already have a good idea, right? Like the, because if you glue it with the creases already kind of there, then it won't buckle as bad, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm kind of putting the creases in to a not so perfect point. But it's kind of there, but I am going to end up, okay, that is the front, gluing it down like I did before, a little section at a time, mainly for that purpose. Okay. And I will use Mod Podge, but like uber thin. It's a new term, uber thin. And like a thin layer, because I don't want it all bubbly and what have you. Okay, you go up there. And that is give or take okay, that is where it's going to be. Bone folder, wherefore art thou? Bone folder. Stat. Why? Okay, I don't, oh, there it is. It was buried. Now I'm definitely, okay. Now it's gonna need a little bit more because I played around with it too long. And I can do this part of the spine because I have smushed it and creased it. So I am happy with where it is landing. I'm going to go ahead and fold it so it has a good crease, and it is in there. It is whatever, not in there. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Okay, so now I am like, that's folded and that's good and it's not acting all goofy. So we can do the back of the cover. And again, I know that there are all sorts of ways to do this. Everybody has their method. I don't feel like there's a right or a wrong way. You find what works for you and you do that, right? Because truly, all of our brains just think differently on certain things, and it is okay. There are some people who do everything, you know, upside down or super uber close to them, or whatever the case may be. And that's okay. If it makes sense to your brain, do it. Okay, I am going to let this dry like that, where the creases are. So we're going to put that up there. I do have to run and go wash this, or it's just going to be super nasty. Oh, and I am, because if I have to touch up with glue, it's going to be like hot glue or art glitter glue or something like that. Okay, where are we at? I went to grab snacks. Okay. Good choice, us. Yes, Allie. It does look super good. I know. Amber. It's like, I'm so focused. I get that way when I'm really watching something, and that's why it's so hard for me, unless I'm able to give a like crafting video 100% or at least 90% of my attention. I don't like watching them because I want to follow along and I want to learn something, and I can't do that. Like, I know a lot of people, and no shade, do you, that listen to it in the background. But if I listen to it in the background because I'm working or I'm busy or I'm doing stuff, I retain like nothing. So I prefer just to watch, and then I do get just like Amber into it. Let me watch this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm a-coming. All right, now while that is drying and doing its thing, I'm gonna set this to the side, and we are going to get our cards. I just pulled a bunch of stuff that was in my little Christmas box. Okay, so this, I was going to put, I had an idea to put this on the very front of a cover, but because of the way the cover is now, that's not going to happen. So this will go in somewhere. And there's a nice little note in here. So, and we will figure this out. Actually, I'm going to set that like that. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But we're just going to pull some stuff. This is a cool little, I don't know who sent this to me, but it says Toronto, Ontario. And it has some cool little pictures in it. But there's nothing on here that says who it's from. But that was really cool. Here is a beautiful card from, I don't know, Elaine and Jeremy Collins. I think that's somebody on my husband's side. And here's another beautiful card. And this is from Anna with all of her beautiful stickers in it. Stickers I'm going to keep out. So I'm going to separate. No, I'm just going to leave it like that. Here's one. And some of these don't have anything in them. Here's another one from Carmen. Miss Cantuti Plans. And here's one that has the horses. All right, so what I think I need to do is separate them by their layout, right? So this will have to go in sideways. These are going to go in the proper way. This one I'm going to put up there with that one. Okay, I did grab some of the bags that were in last year's Advent. So, because they already have like decoration. This is a bag full of stuff that was in last year's Advent. This is another bag that I put it through the embosser, the snowflakes. So I thought that might be fun. Oh, look at this. I thought that would be fun to fold in half, right? So that's a piece that can go in here. So I know this is more than just Christmas cards, but it's ideas. That's a little one, so I'm gonna put that there. That one's gonna go like that, like that. So I have a lot more that are going to end up being like sideways in the signature versus right side up, so to speak. Okay, let me find the one that I want to be the front of each signature. Because some of these I might have to cut down to make them the right, well, I don't have to cut them down. So I can do, I want that one to be a front and a sideways one to be a front. I like this one. Okay, so this is going to be one signature and this is going to be one signature. Okay, so now we just have to fill the signatures. I want to put this one in here. I'm going to just stack them on top of each other and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is how I'm going to decide my signatures. Let me take this one out because I'll forget. We can have the red truck theme going. Do I have like gold? This has red, but that's okay. That's a lot of gold. There is this one, more gold. And then we have I'll do that one. Actually, let me do that. Okay, where are we sitting? With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can do this one as 6. These can go in pockets and tucks, right? Since they're small. So I'm thinking these are gonna just be pockets and tucks. Now I do have this one, so these are an even number. Okay, if I add this as a page, so we're just gonna fold that in half, and I'm gonna add that on this side. And let's add this as a page on this side. Or we can just add this one. And then each, yes. And then each side is gonna get one of these bags. I'm not gonna complicate it. There, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this in half. I am gonna trim this because it is all kinds of sticky. So let me just trim that little sticky part off. Because I had to seal it with double-sided tape. And so it's a little on the sticky side. Okay, so we can trim that off. Oh, I guess I need to read what y'all are saying. The envelope could go in like a pocket. Yes. I know, that's why I picked that calendar page, was because of that. Okay, and so this is gonna get folded in half like so. All right, let's build a signature, not a snowman. All right, this is going to be my first, get out of the way. This is going to be my first signature, and I have now decided that this is gonna be on the front of said signature. Okay. And then what do I want to be next? You are gonna go over there. You over here. Okay, let's do this one. And this. That. I know I still have to put that in there. And I will find a place for that in wait, what's gonna be my center one? No, I don't want that in the center. I think this needs to be my center. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. And did I not fold you? Well, I didn't fold you very well. Okay, you are now folded. You are gonna go in like that, like this. And there we go. Okay, so this is gonna be one signature. And for the love of all things holy, let my measurements be correct. Yay! Okay. It's still a drying, so we're gonna let it do its thing. And I may not be able to sew everything in until next week. So, or my next live. Which should be on Wednesday, but we'll see. We'll see how dry it is by the time I am ready. Now, in my mind's eye, I have plenty of journaling space. So let's look at this, okay? So we have this page, and that flips like so. I can decorate that with a piece of lace or anything like that. I can create a side tuck band if I wanted to. When I open this, I can get a coffee dyed piece of paper and, you know, cut it out, tear it out, and put in the middle, glue it down for a journaling space. I can do that. This is blank, so that is a journaling space. This is, how is that? That is glued together, but you know what? If I just fold it properly, that can be a journaling space. So I can journal, decorate, journal, decorate. It has a pocket to put stuff in. Journaling space. So there's tons. of space to journal. And then this is going to be the center, and this is going to be, it can be journaling space or for decoration. And then we have that. So all of these pages, though, for the most part, are going to be, now this I should probably cover, right? So this can be a journaling space. And then when you open this, that's blank. When I open this, for the most part, that's blank. I can leave that. You can journal all around it. The pocket. And journaling and journaling. Again, I can cover this and make it a journaling space. Cover that and make it a journaling space. And then I can also add a piece of paper. So there's a lot that I can do to create a really nice, lots of journaling spaces, lots of room to decorate in that signature. Okay, so let's make this signature. Let's put this together. No, I did not. Oh, but I will. Hi, Sylvia. All right, what do I want on the outside? I want this one on the outside. And then I want this. I can do that one and what I want on the center. I really like that one. I think, or maybe no, this one, I think that might be the center of that one. All right, let's go ahead and put this right here. We can put this. And honestly, this one right here is so funny. I really like the outside of it. But this is a sample I got in the mail if I wanted to do like company Christmas cards. So I can actually cover this entire thing up for journaling space. So there is that. Let's do this one and this one. Now, the challenging part to all of these is the fact that they're very directional. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not like I can flip any of these upside down, like flip it the other way and put it in, because then the words would be upside down. Now this one, maybe, let's try my theory here. So if I did it like that, and because I'm going to cover this, right? I mean, it's sideways regardless, but to me it still feels very upside down, so I can't. Sorry, I tried. So this is going to be the other signature. And I really want that one on the outside, but it's short and it's going to look wonky. And I don't need to trim any of these down because they're going to fit in here perfectly, right? They don't need to be trimmed down to fit inside. So I may have to rethink what goes on the outside. It needs to be one of the larger ones. So this one. I'll put this one on the outside. There we go. That is a little more, whatchamacallit. This one is just ginormous. Maybe I should do this one on the outside because it is the biggest. Yeah, it makes more sense. It's not my favorite, but it makes more sense because see how everything fits within this one? You don't have a bunch of stuff sticking out. So, but I don't want that one next. Since I'm redoing it, I want this one next. And there, let's see if I like that. It may need a little bit of trimming, but I haven't even got it in there good yet. See, I thought originally that you were going to add those as deco and a signature, but I like this better as a signature. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, this is going to be a great signature, in my opinion. And so when you're flipping through, you can use it as journaling. But then when you get to, you know, a card that someone actually sent or whatever, you have this, you know what I mean? And so I just think it's very cool to use Christmas cards. Like, that's my Aunt Terry and Greg, and this was Anna. So I think it's really cool. And again, I probably have more in places, probably up in my Christmas decorations. This was just in my Christmas deco box, but this is from like last year, so I will have this in mind to do for the cards this year, and I will, you know, think about it a little bit more. And see, now as much as I want that on the front, I feel like that sticking out looks weird. Does that look weird? Oh, you know what this needs to be? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do now. This is going to actually be my center. See, there we go. That is what that's going to be. So I get to see it in all of its beautiful glory, just like that. So yay, I do like that so much better. All right, do we have time to sew in signatures? You can also look up tab binding and do them that way too. I like uneven edges. It is a great idea. I love it. I think it's great. Okay, this is, I feel like it's dry enough to do a signature. So let's see. Because it's just now 8 o'clock. I mean, do y'all have somewhere to be? You got a date coming? And if you do, good for you. Have fun. Be safe. But the rest of us are going to sew in a signature. Okay, so that being said, is there anything I need to do before? Like, that has to be done. I can add paper to that and to that. Like, I don't need to... I don't think I need to alter any of these before I sew them in. I'm pretty sure I can alter after sewing. With the exception of this, right? Because once it's sewn in, okay, so I know for this, so I can cover that with this polka dotted, right? Because I already have it over here. So is that lazy? Probably. Am I okay with it? Absolutely. But I can't really journal on that. So, So I have coffee dyed paper to the rescue. Okay, so scoot you up a bit. Glue stick. So when you are doing something like this and you're having to maybe cover up items or alter them, make sure you're doing it, or you don't need to do it before you sew it in. Because once you sew it in, it does become a tad more challenging. Okay, I am just gonna kind of eyeball tearing this because I don't want it to be picture perfect. There we go. Do I like that? No. Is it going to drive me nuts? Yes. Oh, but you know what? Fear not. There's nothing that a little bit of ink will not help me feel better about. There we go. Good as gold. And I do not want that on that side. I think I am going to make like a little little pockets, little tuck to go right here. It can go in about that far. Pencil. Stat. So we're gonna go in about that far and right there. So we're just gonna trim that. Making sure I am, I can't tell you times I've like trimmed and then I trim off the other marking and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I am just making sure that is not the case this time. Okay, now this is going to be a little tuck pocket thingy. Perfect. Let's round the corners for the inside of it because, well, it's me. It's me. And corner rounding is just important. Now again, I know you can't really see this on the edge. I do it more for the core. So the core doesn't like, because you can see the core of the paper. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the core, it's this little white edge, right? So that is what the inside of the paper looks like. And I don't like that peeping out. So a lot of times I'm inking, not necessarily because I feel like it's going to show up on the red, but it gets rid of the core color. And I think I rounded the wrong corners. Does it matter? Like, because I want the pocket. Okay, yeah, I did good. Yay, I did good. Gold star. Okay. Art glitter glue. And edges. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed that it is coming out because I thought for sure I forgot to do, you know, the thing. Put the lid on it at some point. It was gonna not. Okay. And glue this down to cover up that little bit of that calendar. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And now this page is ready. I'll put the lid back on to go in. So that is going to be the center. I can journal on this side, and I covered up that little bit of calendar, and we have a little tuck space for whatever. So satisfying when it all comes together. Okay, this is, yep, the center. All right. Scooch all of you over. Now I need to, I'm getting all happy about sewing in the signature, but I have not punched holes or gotten any. So this is going to be a 2. That is for a 1. This is, nope. See, I have all of these in here, and not one of them is what I need. Because I change up the size of my journals often, and that is okay. I like having all the different sizes of journals. I'm trying to see if I have a little piece already cut. Well, this one's kind of cut off, so we'll just use this as my template for a 2 signature 1.5 inch. Okay, I know you are wanting to be, and I just ripped it, but you're not gonna be able to see it. I'm just gonna tell myself that. We're gonna put that up. So this is 1.5, right? Yes, 1.5 by what? 8.5. I'm going with that. 1.5 by 8.5. And I know you would think that I could just put this right on the trimmer and just trim it off and it would be all perfect. But no. No, it just doesn't work like that for me, folks. Marks. Marks is what does it. Me trying to figure out this paper trimmer sometimes, I get all confused. Like some kind of old person. Okay. All right, so this is going to be my little template for my holes. Now, I want my signatures to be right there and right there. So this is where my signatures are gonna be. No, there and there. Again, I have no doubt there is a much easier way to do this. But again, there's no accounting for my brain. So this is 8.5. So I want it to come down 1/2 inch. So here, and where's the 1/2 on that? Whatever. And here, and where is the middle? So 4 is 1/2, so it's gonna be 4 1/4. I am gonna eyeball that. All right, so this is just how I make my templates. So this line is gonna go across, and then this is my middle, and then this is the bottom. And now I am gonna do and again, I have no doubt that there is a much simpler way to do this, but this is what makes sense to me. So, get over, I'm using the board to make it somewhat straight. It's off a hair, but I'm not going to stress over that. Okay. See, I can't do anything straight to save my life, so this is helpful. And that. Okay, so that means I need to poke holes here, 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 all of that, just so I know where to poke my holes. Okay, that is where my holes will get poked. And for my future reference, I am gonna write on here that this is a 1.5 inch spine with 2 signatures. So I will know when it goes in there what this is for. Oh, this is a 1/2 inch. I was like, I have one, but that's a 1/2 inch, not 1.5. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready, Freddie? Where's my book? And I am gonna poke my holes in here first, because I want to make sure everything lines up, and then I will be able to poke my holes in here and it will line up, and that's just how I'm going to do it. Some people do their signature in at the same exact time. But if I can't see, it's just, ugh, no. So this is how I do it. Okay. And two, if I wanted to do eyelets on the spine, does anybody want to see me do eyelets on the spine? If you do, say yes, then you'll have time. So put in your luck in your vote now if you want to see me do eyelets on the spine. Man, it is raining again, which I'm really not complaining because goodness knows we needed the rain. Okay. Ladies, we have clamps for a reason, and Stephanie should use them instead of trying to hold this down like some kind of lunatic, some Neanderthal. And I always use styrofoam. I don't like using anything else. I have tried using a book. It is like trying to poke holes through a rock. This just, it goes in and it comes out. Like it just goes in like butter. So easy for me. Okay. Well, I'm going to need those again, so I don't know why I'm acting a fool. Okay. That is not exactly center at all. How did the holes get off so bad? They are off really, really bad. Like, doesn't even make sense kind of bad. That is not gonna work for me. Okay, well, now we have to move to a plan B because now I have to cover up the ugly holes before I can make new holes. Oh, good gravy. What are we gonna cover this up with? Lace? Lace. Let's see. What do I even just have right here handy? Because it doesn't have to be like a big elaborate thing. Because those holes are way, way, way off. Like it won't make sense for me to continue unless I like redo it. Just trying to see what I have right here handy. Nope, that won't match. That won't match. That won't match. I don't know if this will match or not. Like this ribbon. Because I can take the gold off, right? And I can also ink it up. Or we can just leave that. So that's maybe an option. What else do I have? You would think I'd have some red. Oh, wait. Where's all my Christmas stuff? The only what I have is this. Do we want to do that on the spine? It would definitely make it festive. To have a little bit of plaid. I would cut it, of course. I don't need it that big. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? What is this? Who knows? This is a piece of something that I have. Man, that just irks me to no end. Oh, actually, that's kind of pretty. It may be a bit much, though. I would definitely trim it down to size. Okay, what are we doing? Red ribbon or fabric? Doilies. Okay, yes to the eyelets. Don't forget to cut the bags. What if y'all went... Okay, I've got the bags. But you can honestly cut the bag even after you sew it in. But here, okay, that bag is open. Well, I'm cutting the bag. Y'all decide on what I need to put on the spine to fix it. Okay, cutting the bag. All right, ladies, bag is cut. Okay. Bag is cut on that one. Spine, concentrate, ladies. Fix the spine. Fix the spine. And I'm cutting this other bag. Okay, bags are cut in both signatures. Okay, I like either of the laces, the fabric you have on it. This one, okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna overthink it. Think long, think wrong, right? Man, I have a lot of black and white, plaid, whatever you want to call that stuff. Okay, now I need it. Because I don't mind trimming after the fact, like this kind of part. Okay, I have got to figure out where my other freaking scissors are. This is driving me crazy. Like, seriously, out of like the 7,000 pairs of scissors I have, why am I ended up with just these? I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Okay, we've got that. I am going to leave that as such. And I'm gonna stab myself. Is this not the cutest idea? I picked this up from a thrift store for like $1. It's like a little teacup and it's a pin cushion. I just love that so much. Okay, that is where I put my pins so I don't, you know, stab myself. Okay, like these are the worst fabric scissors on planet Earth. Just throwing that out there. Okay. You know what? A smarter person would have just started to do it like this to begin with, but no. Stephanie had to do it all kinds of complicated. Don't be like Stephanie. Okay, well, apparently since you want to fold all wonky, you get to go down. Okay, I am going to glue that like that, and we shall cover the mistake. You know what? I probably should just glue it down just like this. Will you hold it? Thank you. Thank you, kind sir. Well, you're not doing a very good job. There, better. Okay, Glinda, come on down. You are the next contestant on Steph's Design Space. Well, that'd be fun to do the Price is Right. Sometimes my my patrons get to play the Price is Right when I find stuff at thrift stores and I put it in there. It's like, how much do you think I paid for this? They're getting pretty good at guessing, but they know I'm a cheapskate, so. Like the lace better than the ribbon. I like the first lace too. Oh, this one? Okay, well, I've already cut this one. So if I make another mistake, we can just have, you know, the world's thickest spine. Yeah, I like the lace too. This is really pretty, the way it came out. And it's going to give it an air of vintage, I guess. That vintage feel. It's going to have that vintage feeling. Okay, we are going to start right there. That's one thing I have learned when using hot glue, because that glue dries relatively quickly, sections at a time. And this is, you know, very porous, the lace, so I'm having to put quite a bit down, because I never know where the holes are going to be, so I need to make sure that it's going to actually... And I would love to finish a sentence for y'all, but that takes way more concentration than what I have in my arsenal right now. Okay, I need to stretch you so you reach. And this is just like a silicone spatula. Love, love, love it. It saves my fingers. And the glue, you know how if I did it with my finger, the glue would get all kinds of stringy and it would pull. And when you use the silicone, it doesn't do that. I guess because the silicone is like heat resistant. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we're gonna give that a hot minute. All right. So I think as far as I am gonna get tonight is we'll repunch holes, and I will do the eyelets, and then as far as the sewing of the signatures, that's gonna be on my next live. Because okay, let's see if we can do this again, shall we? Okay, let me put at least one or two of these things up. This can go back up. I think it's because I didn't clip it when I first started punching the holes. And that was a grave mistake. So make sure you clip it, your little template, if you're not, you know, eyeballing it. And then keep it folded. So I have to put it on here kind of like that. And go. Oh. Okay, now the key is, how do I know which holes are right? I have a way. I really need to clean this drawer out. Come on, I see you. All right. This is the right hole, and this one is the right hole. Oh my gosh, come on. You're not gonna be able to see this once it's sewn in anyway. I was trying to be all cute with my, whatchamacallit. Okay. This one and this one. Okay, those are the right holes. And then we have this one and this one. Those are the right holes. So what I'm gonna have to do with my eyelets is go in backwards first. So I can, no, I will probably do this. Okay, so let's find some eyelets. So we can do gold, or we can do red. Ooh, red would be pretty. Let's see, do I have enough red? So I need 6. 6 red. Red would really pop and be pretty. That is orange. I don't want to dump all of them out. Okay, I don't think I have any more red in there, but I believe I have some over here, maybe, or maybe not. Oh, snap. I don't think I have any more red. Dadgummit, I thought I had extra. But all I see are extra brads, not extra eyelets. Okay, well, gold it is. Well, that stinks. I really wanted the red. Okay, so we will do gold. Unless you think white would go good. I have a lot of white, and then I have black. So I have red, white. No, I don't have red. I do not have red. I have silver will not match. So it is between the gold, the white, and the black. So what say ye to the eyelets that we're going to use for that? I got rid of the finger coverings because it was just too much to put them on, take them off. I mean, they're right here. I still have them. But that silicone thing, because I just grab it and smush and it doesn't matter. Like, I don't have to remember to put anything on. Liking the black. Okay. Black. All right. I think black it is. It is a nice contrast. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't need one to grow on. Okay, I'm gonna put these back here. All right. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do with my big bite, because you have to have a big bite to reach into the center. So I am going to find my markings and poke the holes. Oh, I need to move this back. Okay. So that is one. And I'm turning it because I can see a little better with the lighting. Maybe I need to turn it this way. Okay, there we have it. And This is not an exact, it should be an exact science, but we all know who we're dealing with right here. Okay. Oh, that is so far off. Oh my gosh. It was the wrong. I'm gonna have an extra hole. Oh, but I have a solution for that. Yes I do. If I can remember where my solutions are. Apparently I do not remember where my solutions are. Where are y'all? Huh. I reorganized and now I don't have, oh yes I do. I do remember. All right, so I poked an extra hole and well, that's just not good. So we are going to use wrong one, goofball. I have to be careful because I'll forget which and not whatever. Yep, words are hard. So we're using black. So I will get like a bronze and I can put this in the extra hole and we'll have a little thing for our, good thing I put the extra hole at the top. But I'm gonna put that in after the brads because I'm gonna need room to, the eyelets, but we can definitely do that. So that is going to make up for that mistake. In this chair. Okay, I'm getting a new chair this week, hell or high water. If anybody has any good recommendations for a good office chair, I am all ears. Send me links. Okay. Now I need you to fit. Come on. Because y'all are a tad bit bigger. I don't like these eyelets, but I have to use them up because, well, this is about the part of the video, if I wasn't live, that I would be fast forwarding right through because nobody wants to watch this struggle bus. I don't want to experience the struggle bus. But here I am. Okay. I just need that. To poke through. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that is what I'm going to use. I'm going to put that in here. That is my mistake hole. Come on. Yeah, this is something. See, if it's not all the way in though, and I try to like press it with this, it's not going to grab it. So I have the material and all the things that are thick. There we go. I'm going to push the material down. Okay. All right, guys. I'm sure that everyone has checked right out This is like how it works for me though. It's not simple. I mean, why would it be? You're on, that's like live TV. Gosh, could you imagine? No. That would be a hard no, right? The anxiety that I'm feeling just with that thought. It's crazy. Live TV. Who thought that was a good idea? Kenny and I watched this weird documentary on this back in the 60s, I think. This guy who held somebody hostage, and it was on live TV. Anything could have went wrong and instantaneously. Oh, it was just crazy. Crazy, crazy. Really, I'm just trying to deflect from my inadequacies right now. Okay. It is super thick with all the things. But as you can see, where there is a will, there is a way. And I will make one. I will figure it out. That is who I am by nature. Problem solver. I guess I should read some comments. Y'all are probably telling me all kinds of ways to make this 100% easier, and I'm not reading a comment one. I'm just struggling. I know some days I have a reserve seat. Okay, for real though. Man. Okay, I'm getting them in. Getting them in is apparently the largest challenge. So I'm just going to say this. My hat's off to anybody who goes live on any platform. I don't care what it is. If somebody is going live, they deserve some props. Kudos to them. Because it does take a level of either bravery or stupidity or a combination of both. I'm not sure which. But it really is stressful. Almost. I feel like I'm almost to the point where I can smush them. Okay. Now let's put that back up at the top. Let me make sure that is proper. Nope, I don't need any extra material. And smush. And I will say this Big Bite is a lot easier to use than this. This one, you have to squeeze it so hard sometimes. The Big Bite I have found is easier. I guess because you can set it down like this and then you can just do like that. You don't have to squeeze. So anybody who has like arthritis or anything, any other kinds of challenges, the Big Bite might be a better option if putting in eyelets and such is something you enjoy doing. Okay, eyelets are in. Whoop whoop. And that is what it is going to look like. And there is, and you can't even really honestly see that mistake hole. So I don't know that I'm going to put this in here because I feel like it's going to cover up, but we can look at it, right? Because it's already there. If I did, I would have to put it in after I sewed in the signatures. And I really don't think it matches. And because of the lace, you can't really see the hole. So I'm not going to stress over that. That is so pretty though. Okay, that needs to be glued down a bit. Okay, so signatures will be the next live. I am not sewing in signatures tonight. I need a drink. No, I'm only kidding. I do need to just be like chill, and I do have 1,000 other things that I need to get done. So I've been going live on Wednesdays during the day, which I know not everybody can join, and I totally get that. You can always watch the replay, but I do have those viewers that can't always get on in the evenings either. You know, kids, whatever. So, but I love going live. It's crazy as it sounds, and I was all stressed out and, you know, all the mistakes and all the things, but I really do love going live. But that is going to be a beautiful cover for my signatures. So I will sew the signatures in on the next live, because I've been on here for going on 2 hours. And there may be, I think I'm going to do some book corners on here as well, just to kind of preserve those, but we'll see. But I'm not going to make any changes to this until the next live. So what you see now is what it will be. So this is my first signature. That is my second signature. And they will go in there. And there is going to be plenty of room to grow. So I'll sew in signatures. And we'll start doing some decorating of this booklet as well. So, all right, guys. Did y'all like it? Thanks, Amber. An adult beverage would be well deserved. I know, right? Thanks for hanging out with me. Seriously, it means a lot to me that I have this many of you that hang out with me on a Monday night and watch me create and craft and do the things that I love. Struggle, make mistakes, but that's okay. That is real life. And anybody that tells you any different, well, they're wrong. Anywho, all right, guys, I'm super excited about this journal, and I will see y'all probably Wednesday. So until then, have a blessed night. Bye, guys.